The 2014 Toyota Highlander is the best crossover for you if you want a family wagon that looks like an SUV but acts a lot like a minivan. This popular crossover gets its first significant updates since model year 2008. The styling is more masculine, yet there's enough extra room inside to squeeze in another seating position, increasing capacity to 8. 2 gas engines and a hybrid version return, and there's a lot more features. But has Toyota gone far enough to catch the Ford Explorer or stay ahead of the Honda Pilot? I'm Chuck Giametta. Join me for a car preview video review of the 2014 Toyota Highlander. Less intimidating than a genuine SUV, but tougher looking than a minivan, Highlander is again the car-based alternative to the rugged body-on-frame forerunner in Toyota's midsize SUV line. In an effort to put more men behind the wheel, Highlander's 2014 styling adopts Toyota's latest truck and SUV themes, with a bolder grille, buffed hood, and badder headlamps. The body sides are more chiseled, and the fenders more blistered. Prominent new tail lamps help project a wider stance. Overall, the Highlander's body is nearly 3 inches longer than before, but it's still significantly shorter than the typical crossover with 3 rows of seats. That's an advantage in your garage and in maneuvering tight spaces. You still get a pair of front buckets, and in the second row, a choice of 2 buckets or a 3-person bench. But the third row is now just wide enough to accommodate 3 passengers, thanks to a more compact rear suspension design. The second row again slides fore and aft, and its buckets are divided by a new collapsible tray with cup holders. The rear seatbacks recline, and both rear seating rows split and fold flat. Highlander's cargo volume was already among the most generous in its competitive set, and it expands a bit for 2014. The dashboard design is more gracefully horizontal. A multi-information screen is standard, as is a new roll-top front center console with a sliding door armrest that opens to a bin big enough to hold a large handbag. A base model returns with a 185 horsepower 4-cylinder engine and front-wheel drive only. It's in the lineup mostly as a fleet vehicle. It rates 22 miles per gallon city highway combined, same as last year. A 270 horsepower V6 will again power about 90% of all Highlanders. It's available with a choice of front or all-wheel drive. LE versions are the most affordable V6 models, but 3 out of 4 buyers will go for the fancier XLE and top-line limited grades, reflecting Highlander's traditionally upscale demographics. Toyota finally pairs the V6 with a 6-speed automatic transmission in place of an outdated 5-speed. The result is better throttle response and an increase in fuel economy to 21 miles per gallon combined with front-wheel drive and 20 with all-wheel drive. The hybrid again combines the gas V6 with 2 electric motors for a net 280 horsepower. One electric motor helps the gas engine power the front wheels. A second in back provides all-wheel drive as needed. This isn't a plug-in hybrid. It recharges by harnessing energy otherwise wasted during braking and coasting. It does rate 28 mpg combined for the best fuel economy of any midsize crossover and among the best for an SUV of any size. The 2014 Highlander's new interior is more stylish. It's got higher quality materials throughout, and they've added this very cool parcel shelf. About the only problem are these flimsy and difficult to use climate control knobs. Toyota also got a little too aggressive reducing control clutter. There's no dedicated button to quickly summon the map display, for example, and no handy Go Back tab to reverse out of a menu selection. The front seats would benefit from more lateral support and turns. Buckets or bench, the second row is roomy and comfortable, but the hard, cramped third row really is unfit for adults. Second row sunshades are now included with the XLE and Limited models, and the Limited is available with Highlander's first panoramic moonroof. Unfortunately, this most expensive Highlander is the only version available with adaptive cruise control or the added safety of blind spot, lane departure, and cross-traffic alert systems. The 4-cylinder is a bench player in a vehicle this size. The V6 is a capable veteran, even more impressive now that it's hooked to the 6-speed automatic, although some early production models we tested suffered annoying gear hunt during acceleration. That's not an issue with the hybrid, which uses a continuously variable transmission for a smooth delivery of surprisingly robust power. In any Highlander, steering feel and precision is much improved with this redesign. Handling in daily driving is commendable, especially with the extra grip the all-wheel drive system can provide even on dry roads. But brisk changes of direction trigger a top-heavy manner that's a good reminder to slow down. And over bumps, the suspension still has trouble finding a balance of comfort and composure. Toyota's efforts to make Highlander quieter pay off in a welcome reduction of road noise, but at highway speeds, the wind still whistles around those outside mirrors. 2014 Highlander pricing remains very competitive with similarly configured rivals. The base model with four-cylinder engine starts around $30,000, and the least expensive V6 with all-wheel drive starts around $33,000. Most Highlander buyers choose all-wheel drive, and 75% go for one of the top two trim levels. That means they're looking at a starting price of $38,400 for an XLE and just under $42,000 for a Limited. Both come with navigation and leather upholstery, and on the Limited, really nice perforated leather bathed in ambient lighting. Hybrids are available as a $48,000 Limited model and as the fully equipped Limited Platinum that'll set you back nearly $51,000. Highlander is marketed to a style-conscious audience willing to sacrifice the utility of a minivan for the image of an SUV. When a crossover is this accommodating, though, it isn't that much of a sacrifice. For more on cars, trucks, and SUVs, go to CarPreview.com.